Brits on their knees, scrambling, yelling, losing their breath and their composure. That was the global mood the moment Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex arrived at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday celebration at Jeff Bezos's $165 million Beverly Hills mansion. It wasn't just an entrance, it was an earthquake, the kind that shakes the old dusty floors of the British tabloids and leaves them toothless, confused, and begging for explanations that will never come. Because the more they try to weaponize their bitterness against the Sussexes, the more Harry and Meghan simply live, love, shine, and walk into rooms like a couple whose bond cannot be cracked by any crown, any institution, or any dying tabloid industry. Harry walked slightly ahead of Meghan, stepping into a protective role so natural, so instinctive, that even their harshest critics were forced into silence. Meghan arrived with a gleeful smile, the kind of smile you only see on a woman who is deeply loved, deeply supported, and fearlessly herself. And right behind her was Harry, not smiling but completely focused, completely present, completely in protector mode. It wasn't performative, it wasn't an act, it wasn't for cameras. It was simply who he is when the woman he loves walks into any space, vigilant, calm, shielding, and alert in the way a devoted husband is when he knows his wife has endured years of unfair attacks that no human should ever be subjected to. He walked like a man who understood the assignment: protect Meghan, love Meghan, guard Meghan, no matter where they are or who is watching. The British tabloids and their self-appointed experts lost their minds because this version of Harry is not the version they sell to their fading readership. They want Harry confused. They want Harry weak. They want Harry lonely. They want Harry begging to return to a family that did not protect him. But instead, they witnessed Harry stepping into a gathering of Hollywood royalty like a man fully in control of his life, his choices, and his love. Judy James, the body language expert, practically choked on her own analysis when she tried to downplay the moment yet couldn't. She had to admit it. Harry was acting like Meghan's personal bodyguard, holding her hand with firm purpose, stretching his arm behind her as a physical shield, moving ahead of her as a barrier between her and flashing cameras. His expression was serious, protective, unwavering, the exact opposite of the lost, broken man the tabloids fantasize about. The truth is, what Judy James described was masculine confidence, husband energy, and romantic devotion rolled into one. She compared his posture to Travis Kelce's patented protective stance: the outstretched power arm, the stabilizing grip, the physical claim of responsibility over the safety of the woman he loves. Harry did it naturally, with Meghan walking behind him like a queen who does not need a throne to be adored. Meghan had the glow of a woman protected by love, surrounded by extravagance, walking into a place where she is valued, celebrated, and respected. The British tabloids have never known what that looks like, because their own system of monarchy is built on emotional distance, duty over intimacy, and cold partnerships held together by institution, not connection. And this is where the meltdown in the UK reached volcanic levels. Because in one single entrance, Harry and Meghan effortlessly demonstrated everything that William and Kate failed to show: chemistry, partnership, unity, and a bond that reads loud and clear even without a single word spoken. Harry's protectiveness is instinctive. William's absence of protectiveness is noticeable. Harry leads with love. William leads with protocol. Harry shields Meghan. William often walks meters ahead of Kate with no emotional connection visible between them. The contrast is a mirror placed directly in front of the British media, and the reflection is humiliating for the royal family they have spent decades propping up. The tabloids attempted to spin it, but what is there to spin? A man protecting his wife is not scandalous. A husband shielding his partner from paparazzi is not controversial. A couple walking into a party lovingly united is not headline chaos. Unless, of course, you are a tabloid industry built on attacking Meghan for existing and Harry for loving her. They were left toothless because the footage did not match their narrative. The moment contradicted every lie they cling to. They saw a man who left the monarchy but kept his dignity. A man who stepped away from the crown but stepped closer to the woman he loves. A man whose life makes their royal hierarchy look cold, outdated, and emotionally vacant. Meghan entered that party smiling like someone who knows she is safe. Her joy was soft but powerful, the kind that comes from being deeply supported, not just in private, but in public. After years of character assassination by UK tabloids, seeing her smile so freely was a moment that exposed how much she has reclaimed her peace. She didn't need the British press. She didn't need the monarchy. She didn't need royal approval. Her glow came from her reality. A loving marriage, a thriving career, a new chapter built in a place where she is not just tolerated, but embraced. Her smile was victory. Her presence was defiance. Her joy was justice. And Harry was the embodiment of a man who made the right choice. The institution he left behind still tries to weaponize silence, leaks, and briefings against him. But none of that could compare to the simple fact that Harry is a free man walking confidently through Beverly Hills with the woman he risked everything to protect. There is something undeniably powerful about a man who chooses love over obedience, his family over a crown, truth over tradition, and the British press cannot digest that. They cannot stand that Harry is happier without the monarchy than he ever was inside it. They cannot accept that leaving saved him and made him the best version of himself. The more the tabloids scream, the more obvious their jealousy becomes. They are jealous that Harry is emotionally intelligent. They are jealous that Meghan brings out the best in him. They are jealous that their attempts to destroy her only made her more beloved. They are jealous that the world watched Harry in protective mode and admired him, celebrated him, respected him, while William continues to appear cold, detached, and indifferent to his wife's existence. The British media built an empire on praising the heir, but the spare is the one who understands love, humanity, and partnership. The meltdown in the UK was instant. Screenshots of Harry's posture were dissected like forensic evidence. Meghan's smile was treated like a national emergency. Commentators began their usual routine of panicking, overanalyzing, twisting and stretching reality until it resembled a rubber band seconds away from snapping. But none of their efforts could erase what millions of people saw. Harry and Meghan in their natural form, united, connected, joyful, protected, and thriving, far away from the toxic environment that once tried to crush them. That moment at the party also revealed something the monarchy fears. Meghan is returning to high-profile spaces, and she is doing so on her own terms. Judy James pointed out that Meghan was stepping back into her star power actress mode, and she was right. Meghan walked into that Beverly Hills mansion with the confidence of a woman who knows her worth and is embraced by A-listers, entrepreneurs, creatives, innovators, and global icons. She does not need a royal title to be relevant. She never did. She carries her own light. And Harry, a man who knows the difference between real love and royal performance, stands proudly beside her. And that is the real reason the tabloids are convulsing. Meghan is everything they said she wouldn't be, everything they tried to prevent her from becoming, everything they denied she could grow into. And Harry is everything they never wanted him to become. Strong, decisive, emotionally intelligent, fiercely protective, and fully alive. The royal family may be struggling with public image battles, internal tensions, and a desperate attempt to appear modern, but nothing makes them look more outdated than Harry and Meghan, living freely, lovingly, and authentically. Harry's protective stance was not just a moment of affection, it was a declaration. A declaration that he will always shield Meghan, not because he is expected to, but because he chooses to. A declaration that love matters more than monarchy. A declaration that the British tabloids no longer have power over him. A declaration that their marriage is stronger than every lie ever printed about them. And so the tabloids screamed, wept, twisted, and panicked. Brits metaphorically fell to their knees, not in worship but in shock, unable to accept the reality that Harry is thriving, Meghan is glowing, and their bond is unbreakable. Each headline they attempted to write collapsed under the weight of undeniable truth. Harry protects Meghan with a level of devotion the monarchy never showed him. Meghan smiles like a woman whose joy is no longer vulnerable to their cruelty. And together, they walk through life in a way that exposes the emotional poverty of the royal world they left behind. Harry was not just Meghan's husband that night. He was her shield, her safety, her strength, her home. His hand holding hers with the big paw. Travis Kelce's confidence sent a message more powerful than any speech. It said, "I am here. I am yours. I will protect you." A message William has never visibly delivered to Kate. A message the monarchy has never delivered to Harry. A message the tabloids cannot twist, cannot manipulate, cannot erase. And that is why they are toothless. That is why they are yelling. That is why they are on their knees. Because the love story they tried to destroy is the love story that keeps winning. And every time Meghan smiles and Harry steps forward to protect her, the British tabloids lose another tooth, another lie, another ounce of power. Brits on their knees as Harry's protective love stuns the world. A list earthquake at Bezos' 165-metre mansion leaves UK tabloids. Toothless, speechless, and begging for air as Prince Harry steps into full big paw bodyguard mode for Meghan Sussex, shattering royal fantasies, exposing Windsor weakness, and proving, once again, why the Sussex chemistry is the most explosive force. Since California sunshine, Meghan arrives glowing, Harry arrives guarding, and the British press arrives broken, confused and crying into cold tea, while the Sussexes walk into Hollywood history with more power, poise and passion than the entire monarchy combined.
And that wraps our daily diaries updates. Harry and Meghan always keep the world talking. And if you enjoy this update, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and for more royalty served with honesty, just right here on Daily Diaries Friday. Till next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep shining. See you next time with more royal news and good vibe. Bye bye.